Microsoft's original Xbox, a fantastic console with an outstanding library of games. The Xbox pushed the limits of what a home console was capable of, and set the trend for home game consoles to be built more like computers. Not only is this console a ton of fun to play to this day, but with some slight modifications, you can actually turn these things into a really decent retro gaming unit. But with the Xbox being almost 2 decades old and having a few notorious hardware issues, it's becoming harder and harder to find some of these in good working order. What I have in front of me today is an Xbox that I picked up for dirt cheap at a thrift store. It's definitely not in the best condition, but we're going to show it some love, give it a few aesthetic upgrades, and then we're going to mod it and see what we could do with it. So because I bought the console as is, the first thing I needed to do was make sure the thing actually worked. So I plugged it up to a small display and she fired right up. Essentially what I'm doing right now is what I do whenever I get my hands on an original Xbox, and that's open it up, remove the clock capacitor, which is an absolute must, clean up the motherboard, and add the aesthetic upgrades, which in this case will be an original Xbox ghost case, internal LED kit, as well as an external LED strip. The result is a really cool looking crystal case. The LEDs on the outside have a control module on the end, so you can choose a specific color pattern, or just turn them off whenever you'd like. What we're left with is a really sleek and sharp looking original Xbox, and this console is almost unrecognizable from when I first picked it up. So now that the console looks badass and is running really well, it was time to soft mod it. The mod that I chose to go with was Rocky 5's soft modding tool, using a copy of the Splinter Cell video game and a USB flash drive. The mod is really easy to follow and works really well. I'll put a link to a really good tutorial to follow in the description below, in case you guys are interested in doing the exact same thing to an original Xbox that might be in your possession. So now that the console was modded and ready to go, now it's time to add some emulators. I chose to go with Rocky 5's XBMC Emu Station, as well as Surreal 64. The Emu Station is pretty awesome and provides a nice little front end along the same lines of Emulation Station or RetroPie. Running NES titles, the games worked flawlessly and looked really good considering I was using standard composites. The console didn't seem to have any issues running SNES games as well. Here I am running N64, and for the most part every game that I played ran really smooth. With the exception of Smash Brothers, there seemed to be a few slight hiccups here and there, but the game was still very playable. So there you have it, guys, a refurbished and modified original Xbox, making an already awesome console that much better. Hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, this is Ness, signing out.